August, was it August 14? Or Monday, si Aini Sansuat stepped down as OIC Vice Governor of Maguindanao del Norte to reassert her claim over the gubernatorial post of Maguindanao del Norte. Nasaan po si Governor Aini ngayon?
Acting Governor by Aini is actually reassume her post as Acting Governor of Maguindanao del Norte effective August 14, 2023, and she's actually currently having her office doon po sa temporary provincial capital din ng Maguindanao del Norte sa Datu Udin Sinsuat Municipal Compound. Kasi po nakalagay din sa batas na ang ating capital, capital province will be in the Datu Udin Sinsuat.
And then you have a situation here na lumalabas dalawa po ang governor. Si Governor Abdul Rauf Makakua and then si Governor Aini Sinsuat. Paano po may tension ho bang nangyayari? I hope peaceful, no? Peaceful. I hope you're resolving this peacefully.
Yeah. As of now naman, everything naman is smooth, no? Although meron po talagang confusion among the people of Maguindanao del Norte kung who is really the real governor ng probinsya. But peaceful naman po, no? Wala naman pong mga kalituhan wala naman pong mga hindi ka nais-nais na nangyayari sa probinsya. So yes, may confusion among the people that kaya nga once and for all sana ma-actionan na rin ito at ma-resolve na lang itong problema ng probinsya ng Maguindanao del Norte.
Nag-umpisa po ito dahil sa June 26 na decision ng Supreme Court. And let me just read, a part of the decision says, Sinsuat, as duly elected Vice Governor of the province of Maguindanao, and Mastura, as the next ranking member of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of the province of Maguindanao, validly assumed office as Governor and Vice Governor, respectively, of the province of Maguindanao del Norte, but only in acting capacities until elections for the permanent officials to the said position shall have been held. Ito po yung basis. Tama po ba? Ito po yung basis na ginagamit ninyo in reasserting that the legitimate Vice Governor of Maguindanao del Norte is Aini Sinsuat. Tama ho ba?
Yes, you're right. That is primarily the basis of Acting Vice Governor Mastura and Acting Governor Sinsuat to reassert their legal rights over the position. Siguro just background, no, para maintindihan talaga. Briefly, nag-assume po ng acting governor and acting vice governor sina Sinsuat and Mastura October of 2022 after the ratification of RA 11550. Now, they were given the NTA share effective January of 2023, pero hindi po sila nakapag-open sila ng kanilang corporate bank account, but hindi po na-process ng Bureau of Local Government Finance ang acting provincial treasurer dahil ang sabi po ng BLGF batay po sa legal opinion ng MILG na hindi po valid ang assumption ni Sinsuat at ni Mastura dahil hindi na daw po, the assertion is that the Section 50 is no longer applicable because the plebiscite happened after 2022 election. So the MILG made its own interpretation asserting that the transitory provision is no longer applicable. Kaya po hindi na iproseso ng BLGF ang request for personal order ng acting treasurer, kaya hindi nakaka-operate po ng maayos ang Maguindanao del Norte despite nung nag-assume na po ng acting governor si Sinsuat at saka si Mastura as acting vice governor. Nag-file po noong February ng petition for mandamus with prayer for writ of preliminary mandatory injunction. Ito po ay nag-grant ng Supreme Court, nagpalabas po ng writ of preliminary mandatory injunction ang Supreme Court on April 19, 2023. Kung kaya, yung tao na na-endorso ni Acting Governor Sinsuat para maging Acting Provincial Treasurer ay naproseso at siya ang kasalukuyang nagiging Acting Provincial Treasurer. So, nangyari, nagpalabas ng appointment ang Malacanang for another OIC Governor, kaya nagkaroon po ng kalituhan. Dahil nga iwas po ng magkaroon ng mas mahabang problema, nagkaroon din po ng appointment ni then Acting Governor Sinsuat upang maging Vice Governor ng Maguindanao del Norte. But tandaan natin, the reason why she was appointed as Vice Governor was because she was the elected Vice Governor. So ngayon po, nagsabi ang Supreme Court, Supreme Court na hindi, valid yung assumption ninyo, hindi tama yung assertion ng MILG and BLGF. So precisely, dahil nga valid siya, yung kanilang pag-upo noon, ipagpatuloy lang nila.
Paano po yan? Because when the case was filed, wala pa pong appointment na nangyayari. Paano pong didn't the appointments supersede everything? Naging moot and academic. I mean, when Aini Sinsuat took her oath or accepted the appointment and took her oath before President or in Malacanang, hindi po pa naging moot and academic na yung
I don't think so that the issue became a moot and academic. Foremost, the question is a question of law. It's an interpretation of Section 50 of RA 11550. The taking of oath by Sinsuat as Acting Vice Governor would not render the issue moot and academic. Kasi hindi naman po talaga abandoned ni Bay-Aini ang post. Kasi siya naman po talaga ay ibinoto bilang Vice Governor, alright? And siya naman po ay na-appoint lang din bilang Vice Governor. Now, hindi rin ibig sabihin na dahil na-appoint na dahil na-appoint siya bilang Vice Governor at na-appoint si Governor Sam Abdul Rauf Makakua bilang Governor ay magiging valid na yung appointment. Kasi una, there is no basis for the appointment. Ang sinasabi, nagkaroon ng the basis of the appointment was because the Section 50 of RA 11550 is no longer applicable. Now, the court has said that that is valid. So, there was nothing after all para magkaroon ng appointment from the very beginning. Kasi tama naman po yung pag-upo ni Bay-Aini at saka ni Mastura sa kanilang mga posisyon. So it's just like reasserting lang naman yung kanilang karapatan. And hindi pwedeng maging sasabihin natin na nagkaroon ng abandonment or nagkaroon ng waiver sa right niya because she was just performing the post that she was elected to.
How did Makakua and the BARM leadership respond to this decision of the Supreme Court?
Well, actually, we really understand, no? We really understand Governor Makakua on his stand because he was appointed by the Malacanang on that position. But they have also to understand that the basis of having him appointed is, I mean, there has no basis for that because the Supreme Court has said that there was already a valid assumption. Now, was it an intervening or supervening event na nangyari? Remember, nag-assume na po si Acting Governor Sinsuat. So, yun po yung pinanindigan ng kampo ni Sinsuat. And, it could have been, if only the MILG had informed siguro, even they informed the Supreme Court about the appointment, hindi naman yun maging basihan ng pag-interpret po ng batas. Ang tanong lang naman dito, dahil ba nagkaroon ng appointment, mali na ba yung interpretation ng batas? Hindi naman po pwede atang ganon.
Attorney, do you think Malacanang blundered on this when it appointed Magacua and Sinsuat to be governor and vice governor respectively?
Well,
President Marcos himself, because the appointing authority here is Marcos. Do you think he blundered?
There was just perhaps a wrong advice for that. Kasi nga, unang-una po, very aware po ang Malacanang na nagkaroon na po ng filing ng petition sa Supreme Court prior to the issuance of the appointment. Okay? February pa lang po nag-file na po si Sinsuat ng kanyang petition. And the Republic is actually, the BLGF in particular, is represented by the Office of the Solicitor General, which is the counsel for the Republic. So very aware po ang Malacanang at the time of the appointment ay meron na pong kaso na i-file for mandamus, which with an issue na kailangan pong i-clarify yung interpretation ng Section 50 ng RA 11550.
Kahapon po, we learned yesterday that si Magacua has asked the provincial board to declare the seat of vice governor vacant because of the supposedly it was vacated by Sinsuat. And then he asked the provincial board to name a presiding officer. Pwede ho bang, sa tingin nyo ba, pwedeng gawin ni Magacua yun?
Well, it has to be clarified. There is no vacancy with the Sangguniang Panlalawigan because to the stand of Sinsuat and Mastura has reassumed his post as as the acting vice governor and the presiding officer of Sangguniang Panlalawigan. As to the propriety of the act of Governor Magacua urging the presiding officer to be elected, actually hindi naman po talaga ini-elect ang presiding officer. Nasa kwan po 'yan, nasa internal rules po 'yan na among themselves during a session can identify and elect who will be the presiding officer. Okay? And to my humble view as a litigation practitioner, wala pong basihan para mag-appoint ang isang appointed official ng kapwa niya supposedly holding an elective post. Tandaan natin that the highest elected official so far in Maguindanao del Norte was the one who was elected during the 2022 election. And that is in the person of Maguindanao elected Vice Governor Sinsuat, assuming her post as the acting governor of Maguindanao del Norte.
Sa tingin niyo ba this will become a long drawn out legal battle? This is something that won't be resolved overnight or by next month. Meron ng klarong governor ang Maguindanao del Norte.
We want and praise na sana ma-resolve ito the soonest now kasi po mag-iisang taon na po ang Maguindanao del Norte by September 18 kasi September 17 yung ratification yung plebiscite at nagkaroon ng proclamation ng overwhelming vote of yes on the 18. So mag-iisang taon na po ang Maguindanao del Norte, hanggang ngayon hindi pa po nakakapag-take off. Deprived na po ang constituents ng Del Norte ng mga services na kailangan pong ibigay ng provincial government. We pray that once and for all, this will be solved. And sana po, ma-solve the soonest possible time. Meron naman tayong nakikitang mga solusyon. Of course, how can this be resolved, this crisis be resolved? No? Mag-intervene po ang ating good president. We have high respect and the president, if only the president is going to resolve this based on the decision of the Supreme Court, mariresolve po ang problema na ito.
Baka may gusto pa ho kayong idagdag, Attorney Torres.
mahalaga lang po na maintindihan ng lahat na naihalal bilang Vice Governor ng Maguindanao si Sinsuat at board member si Mastura. At ang kanilang pag-assume bilang acting governor and acting vice governor ay base po sa provision po ng Section 50 na kanilang pinanindigang effective pa rin po. Na siya naman din pong pinaniwalaan ng Supreme Court na nakalagay sa kanilang desisyon. Hindi po nagkaroon ng vacuum dahil immediately after the ratification ay nag-assume po ng post si acting governor Sinsuat at acting governor Mastura. Nagkaroon lang po ng kalituhan actually noong inassert po ng MILG na hindi po applicable na ang Section 50 and eventually the Malacañang issuing the appointment. Sana once and for all ma-resolve na ito at we look forward na itong legal issues na ito ay maklaro na rin with finality. We understand that there's still a period to file a motion for reconsideration, pero inaasahan, hindi po natin alam sa ngayon what will be the basis for the motion for reconsideration because the issue in the instant case is the propriety, legality and validity ng assumption ni Sinsuat as acting governor. April pa lang nagpalabas na ng injunction ang Supreme Court. At ang injunction na ito ay naging permanent by its decision on June 26, 2023 na pinalabas lang noong August 3, 2023. So, ang sabi doon sa decision, sa tatlong issue, pangalawang issue, yung validity ng assumption, and then ang sa kanyang dispositive portion ay yung kautusan sa BLGF na i-proseso yung appointment ng provincial treasurer na inirekomenda, na kwalipikado na inirekomenda ni acting governor Sinsuat. Very clear po, to be recommended by acting governor Sinsuat. Okay po? So either Baduri Alonso or any person qualified to be recommended by acting governor Sinsuat, ang injunction ay ginawang permanent. So clearly the assumption to office is valid, and we hope that the rule of law will prevail. We hope that understanding and unity among the political leaders of Maguindanao del Norte will be achieved. Magkasundo-sundo na pong lahat para po sa mga mamamayan ng Del Norte.
Okay.